Morning all, I'm out this morning doing a walk from Hethpool. I'm going to walk along the College Valley, past Dunsdale and up Bizzle Burn to Cheviot Summit, then down past Oakup Refuge Hut, the Shell, etc. Might make a decision when I get to the Refuge Hut to come back along the valley, see how time goes, because it'll be dark at about 4:30. About 4 degrees down here this morning, forecast 0 degrees on Cheviot Summit, wind chill of -8. So I'll not be hanging around there for long. So I'm going to crack on now along the College Valley and take the turn off for Dunsdale, and hopefully it'll be a pleasant day. Catch you later. Right, I'm almost 2 miles into the walk now, and I've just reached the fork in the road where I'm going to take the turn off to Southern No Gold's Clough. Normally I head straight up the valley to Mount Hooley in the Border Ridge, but I'm going to give this a try today. Just passing the hall and the memorial site to all of the lost servicemen from the numerous plane crashes that are around the Cheviot. I've never been down here before, so excuse me if I get lost, but hopefully not. That's Cuddy Stone Hall, by the way, and there's the memorial. Straight in front of me now is the Border Ridge, and it'll probably not come out in the camera, but you can actually see the Oakup Refuge Hut, which is part of my planned route, assuming everything goes to plan. If not, just to the right there's a route called Red Cribs, which I can just come down and get back onto the road if I start running out of time. There's my next destination there, Bizzleburn. Lovely and cloudy on the top. Hopefully it might clear before we get there, but I can't see that happening. Actually a little bit of blue sky up in front. Let's hope we see some more of that. There's little bits of snow up there as well on the side of Bizzle Crags. Quite a scenic little spot here. I've never been here before in my life, and I've been walking up here for 40 years, so it makes a nice change. Just in front of us is the track that goes up Bellyside Hill. That's kind of the main track if you wanted to go up the Cheviot Ridge. That's one that's marked on Ordnance Survey. Well, I'm going to keep heading this way for now. Saw some people coming down actually. It's relatively early, so I assume they might have been camping up there last night. Let's carry on. Just on my right here, kind of at the base of Bellyside Hill in Bizzle, is a place called Dunsdale. I believe you can rent it out. I think its class has been quite luxurious. Not too sure about that. I'll have to have a check on the internet when I get up. I'm now 4 miles into today's walk, and I've just turned off tarmac for the first time. On my left there's Bellyside Burn, Bellyside Hill. As I've already mentioned, there's Bizzle in front. I was just talking to a couple of lads that have been out doing some of the crash sites. I've done 3 crash sites this morning, so well done them. Dunsdale's in quite a pleasant location actually. Really nice around here. Like I say, I've been walking up here 40 odd years, never ever been here, strangely enough. I've always kind of walked from the Alberton side. We'll spend a bit more time around here in the future. That's me just about to start my ascent of Bizzleburn now. It's 11 o'clock, so we'll see how long it takes to get to the top. It's going to be tough going because there aren't any tracks whatsoever, so if you're heading up here, don't be expecting tracks. The main track is across on Bellyside Hill, so we'll see how it goes. If it gets too tough, I'll turn back. Nothing lost. At the start of this steep part now, and I've got to say it's extremely hard going, not helped by the fact that it's blowing an absolute gale down here and it's freezing cold. But this will be my first attempt, that's if I make it, and probably my last, I think. But it's so spectacular here. I'll give you a look around in a minute, but it's so spectacular, it's just so huge. I thought Henhole was good, but this is just another level again. There's quite a significant waterfall over there. There's not much water coming down today, just a trickle, but by the looks of it, when it's in full flow, it'll be quite a sight. Plans to follow close to the stream as possible because the sides look very steep. Looks lovely over there, but freezing cold and so windy here. As they say, onwards and upwards. Well, I've just had to backtrack and cross the river. I found myself on top of that rocky bit there, which is extremely steep and very high. So I'm going to keep to this right hand side and forget about following the stream and just walk up on this relatively decent grass. Looking back down there, by the way, I mentioned before I was looking at Dunsdale. That's actually Dunsdale there. The one I was looking at before over there is Cuddy Stone Hall. Quite nice view from up here. Just wish this wind would stop. Right, I've decided it's too dangerous to carry on straight up there today because down below me here is just a sheer drop. It's basically been I came on my hands and knees all the way up here today, but just behind me there there's a bit of a gully up onto the top of, I think it's called West Hill. I'm going to head through there and try and get onto some flatter ground because this is just horrendous. So see you shortly. As you can probably tell from the angle of the slope, it's getting significantly steeper. I'm just hanging on to the clumps of heather here, and down there's a big drop. For the record, I'll be putting a disclaimer at the start of this video. I certainly do not recommend it. This is too dangerous. I think even in summer conditions it'll be bad, but today the wind is just so strong it keeps blowing you over backwards. So be a while before I ever do this again. And this place just gets steeper and steeper. Still not at the top yet. Literally hands and knees all the way up here. A little chink of light at the top there, that's what I'm aiming for. Hopefully it's going to flatten out as soon as I hit that. But, I might grab some lunch by the time I get to the top of here, if I make it. I forgot to mention earlier on, I'm actually carrying my spot GPS locator beacon today because I'm out walking by myself. The lads that normally come with us wouldn't have liked this at all, especially Bobby would have moaned all day. So in the unlikely event that I'll ever need it, it's there. But it also does allow me to just check in to let friends and family know that I am safe, and alternatively if I do have any issues I can let them know that I'm in bother and I need some kind of assistance. So handy piece of kit to have. Garmin also do one, an InReach Mini, which I've looked at that, and that seems quite a good bit of kit as well. Well, at last I'm nearly at the top of this gully and hopefully some nice flat terrain. There's a random little tree there, kind of not far from the summit. I'm surprised it's surviving so high up, but it's got a lot of shelter from the side of the crags. And that rather steep gully down there has been my escape route from Bizzleburn. Like I say, I don't recommend this to anybody. There aren't any tracks anywhere. I would stick them in, I guess, called the tourist trail up Bellyside Hill if you want to get onto this Cheviot Ridge. So, cracking up the top of here now. Well, I'm eventually at the top. It's taken me about 40 minutes, which, to be fair, felt like an awful lot longer as I was climbing up. I'm going to head across there to Braden Crags. If there's any shelter there I might have lunch, but if not I'm just going to give lunch a bit because it's just so windy and cold up here. But, let's see what it's like when we get there. Just passing one of the new crash site on Cheviot. This is currently West Hill, just not far from Crags. So although I don't know what it is, I suspect it might be the remains of the World War II Wellington bomber that I mentioned earlier. So we'll carry on past, respect all those lost in these accidents. I've made it to Crags. Just looking across, there was my intended target, the Shill, but I'm not going to go there now. I've decided it's too late in the day, it's too windy, too cold, and I'm either going to just go down past the Oak Up Refuge Hut in Red Cribs, back along the road, or I might go over that way to Bellyside Crag and down Bellyside Hill. We'll see once I get to the top of Cheviot. Slight shelter from the wind here. I'm on the north side of Crag, so I'm just going to walk around the other side now and see what it's like down there. There's definitely no decent shelter anywhere around here, so I won't be having lunch high up. I'll wait till I'm lower down. Or skip it all together. I'm just passing another plane crash site on Cheviot. Again, I don't know which one this is. It might even be part and parcel of the one I was just at before. I don't know. Significant amount of wreckage. Crags. There's a Shill over there. Bellyside Hill. Respect to those that died in this crash. Just passing yet more main wreckage. Got no idea what these parts are. Pretty well scattered around the area. At long last, Cheviot summit has just appeared out of the mist. It's horrendous up here, blowing a gale, cloudy, but we're here at last. I'm not be hanging around. I'm going to take the path down to Bellyside Crag, Bellyside Hill, back down to Dunsdale, back along the valley with the car. But, it's been a long old trek across the top of Cheviot, I tell you, but well worth it, and I'm so pleased that I've done Bizzle Burn, because I've wanted to do that all my life and I've eventually got around to doing it today. So there we go. Right, I'm going to put this camera down before I fall in this swamp. See you shortly. Right, I'm just leaving Cheviot summit. Nothing to write home about there. The place up here is absolutely churned up to bits. I think it's quad tracks. It's a right mess, but sooner I'm down off this summit, back into some kind of shelter, the better. The views up here today are pretty non-existent. Clouds came down. It was clear a little bit earlier on, but as always with Cheviot, you can never predict it staying clear for long. Not far along here now, I'm going to take a turn off. I'm just looking for a little cairn that kind of denotes the turn off down Bellyside Hill. I'll keep my eyes peeled for that. Being a bit of a wimp today, I've got my Zippo pocket warmers in. I must say they're working extremely well. They're butane fueled and they burn for 12 hours. I'd highly recommend them if you suffer from cold hands like I do. I've just popped out of the cloud, heading down Bellyside Hill. It's absolutely blowing a gale, freezing cold. Just spotted Langley Crags over there in the distance, and some wind farm even further in the distance behind that. Lovely and clear down below. It's nice and sheltered as well. There's a hedge rope looking nice and clear up there today. Obviously that's a Heart Oak Valley down there. The place I'm heading to next is Gold's Club, just down there in the valley bottom. And then I follow Lambden Burn down to College Burn, back in the College Valley. These weird shapes in the heather here. It's sure to be something to do with burning or something like that, but I don't know. This here is belly side burn. Looks a little bit more tame than Bizzleburn, so maybe I'll give that one a try sometime. I'm just passing some of those patches in the heather. By the looks of it, they've just been mowed with like a big ride-on lawnmower. Like I say, it's probably to create fire breaks, so obviously the fires can jump from one side to the other when they're doing the controlled burning. That last is a little bit shelter from that wind. It's been a bit of a nightmare, if I'm honest, on and around the top of Cheviot. Blown an absolute gale all day. But it's quite sheltered down here, obviously there's trees around us, so that helps matters. Get to Gold's Club at the bottom here, take a left turn, follow the track down, back to where we started this morning, Dunsdale. Been a nice little route, if not challenging. But I've always wanted to do that, so I'm pleased it's ticked off my list now. Just on the return journey now, just passing Dunsdale and Bizzleburn, and I think it was kind of that gully somewhere on the right there where I climbed out, or might have been further up, to be perfectly honest, I'm not sure, but looks quite impressive from here. I'm very pleased I've done it. I did think of turning back a couple of times, but I'm glad I stuck with it. That's me just about back at the car. I've done 14 miles today. It feels like an awful lot more given the terrain and the weather, but I've enjoyed it and I'm extremely pleased that I've done Bizzleburn eventually. I've been wanting to do it for about the last 40 years but kept putting it off, but done it eventually. Has been a fantastic day. So as always, thank you for watching the video. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up, and please remember to subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you on the next one, which hopefully will be next week. Thank you.